Alright, so welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be talking about these horn hook couplers and most notably how to uncouple them. But before that, let's talk about what horn hook couplers are and how they work. So this right here is a spare horn hook coupler I had laying around, and if anyone's wondering how they got the name horn hook, is because on this area around here, there is a small little ledge where the couplers join together and make it so they can't slip apart. And this part here is called the hook, and we'll describe what its use was for later on. How they actually spring around and stay coupled is this little plastic spring here, which moves in the car and will take the coupler around corners smoothly and keep the train coupled together. You can see in action. I'll just bring them closer here. You can see that you push them together. Because of their design, they'll slide together. When you try to pull them to the side when they're in the train, because of the little ridge, they will stay together. With that bit out of the way, let's show you how they couple as cars. They are really reliable. So watch, if I just push these together, they stay together. But how do you uncouple them? You don't have any specific uncoupling tool like knuckle couplers. So let's share some of the most notable methods of how to do this. So I'm going to be going in order of the way I least recommend doing it to most recommend doing it. So we'll do my least recommended, which is brute force, which is basically just pulling as hard as you can to get them to uncouple like that, and it usually ends up in the cars derailing. Don't recommend this one as it damages the couplers, and it makes it more useless. So the next way, which I don't recommend a lot, but recommend more than the last one, is using a toothpick. So what you do with this is you push the toothpick in between, and you push the couplers out. Why I don't like this is sometimes it can be a bit finicky to get them apart, and sometimes with the trucks, the toothpick can actually cause them to come off the rails, as you saw happen right there. Let's go into the method most people do for this. So what most do is they just pick it up, take it off, and re-rail it. This is not as great for realistic stuff, which is why I'm showing you different methods if you want to keep your cars off the track and avoid re-railing them. So, let's go on to some of the methods I like better. This one is the second easiest that I'd recommend, which is pivoting both trucks different directions, which sometimes they will derail while doing this, but if you do it correctly, they will come uncoupled and possibly not derail. This isn't the best method as it still causes the cars to possibly derail, but it does work and it derails. So here's my favorite method, which is probably the least tricky or damaging and causes the cars to derail less. These ones are light, so they'll derail more in most of them, which is why I'm holding down. So what you do is you push them together, and then you lift one coupler up over the other coupler, and then they will come apart pretty easily. Again, these ones just derailed because they are much lighter cars and they really easily come off the track due to them not being properly weighted. So, thanks for watching, and if you have any other methods of how to do this, please comment them down below.